Thanks for staying with us now. The 2023 general elections are in 208 days, and on February 25th, 2023, the result of the general elections will determine Nigeria's next president and other elected leaders. Now, most of the youth are participating more than ever before, and we would love to hear from people who have spent time to study the political scene. Now, our guest for today is one of those, and he has countlessly aired his opinions on power rotation, the Muslim ticket that the APC is flagging, Peter Obi and, you know, the obedient people, the followers, and a lot of things happening in the political scene in preparation for the 2023 elections. And we are here to deliberate on the right things that we as citizens need to do as we manage the expectations of our youth. Now, that's the conversation today, because we are very close to the elections. There's a lot going on. I mean, I was in a hall yesterday. Everyone was screaming. Once they say, if you articulated, raise your hand, it was very little. If you are batified, raise your hand, very little. But when they said obedient, everybody, hey, the whole, you know, so there's a lot of expectations that the youth have, you know, for this 2023 general elections. But we don't want to be the downer or whatever. We don't want to throw you the bad news, but the truth is we need to be prepared, and we need to have our expectations, you know, a bit managed. And that's the conversation we're having today. Now, remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. You can also tweet at us at WayShowAfrica1 with the hashtag WayShow. All right, so I'll bring in Prince Issac Fayose in a minute, but I just wanted to hear your thoughts on the the fever, the general tension in the air around the 2023 elections. What do you think? Because I see a lot of young people going out, getting their PVCs. Everybody is like, you know, we are fire. Here, it's war.
They are ready.
They are ready. So, but do you think anything can really change? Like, I don't know.
Well, this 2023 election is, I think, one of the most talked about election in the history of Nigerian democracy. So, one thing is sure is that Nigerians are ready for this election, and it's going to go down in history as one of the most life-changing elections, you understand, due to the increasing
awareness,
the awareness and the insecurity issues and economic hardships of Nigeria right now. So I think that right now we see a lot of kidnappings, the rise in kidnappings, transportation, abduction, economic hardship due to the devaluation of the naira. We see prison breaks. We see
a lot is going on.
Scarcity. So many things are going on. But one thing I know is the attitude of the youth. You know, they call this generation the woke generation, and they are really woke this time. You know, they are the Sorosoke generation. So I don't think they're going to sit by. You know, some people say that when your votes on social media does not count, but I tell you something, people will be shocked next year. I think that these people are ready to move in and take over.
Norma, quickly, your thoughts.
Well, I totally agree with Manny. I mean, next year it's really going to be very interesting, the way things are going to change dynamically. This generation has been underrated so far because of the, Gen Zs and the way the outlook that they have generally to life.
Lazy.
But I believe that we're also in an era in Nigeria where the tide is changing, right? It may not be completely there, but it's definitely not what we are used to.
Absolutely.
Before now.
Absolutely. So Prince Issac Owolabi Fayose is a UK-based businessman, entertainer, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. He is the chairman of Viewpoint Luxury, Viewpoint Signature Apartment Hotel, Viewpoint Resort Ibadan, Juicy Farms, Annie's Guard, Sunshine Breeze, Uber Boat, and Mama Afri UK. Prince Issac Fayose is from Afao, Ekiti State in Nigeria, and he's very, very, very strong in the political conversations because he's always airing his views, and we've used a couple of his videos on our show, and we're really honored to have you join us live from the UK. Thank you so much, Prince Issac.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you. How are you?
We're good. I mean, so you heard Manny and Norma, and I know that you will beg to disagree, because it seems like this is one election that there's a lot of tension everywhere. I mean, just today I was watching a video of Peter Obi saying that that his school, his alma mater, called him and said, "Oh boy, what's happening?" that they've gotten over 1,000 calls confirming if you really attended that school.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, it's almost like this is the candidate of choice. This is the candidate that is seeming to put all the other parties, the big wigs, on their toes, and everybody is like shaking. I watched a video of what's his name, the governor of Edo State, Obaseki, Godwin Obaseki, saying to APC that, guys, you do not joke with what is happening with what's it called, the Peter Obi movement, because people are not focusing on what's it called, parties anymore. They are focusing on a person and a movement. But let me hear your thoughts. You know, as we draw close to the 2023 general elections, you know, you've said a lot of things, right? But I just want you to, like, you know, help us understand this thing. Is it really possible for us to be able to upturn any current bigwig in the political space as it stands today, with the kind of energy that the young people have mustered in this coming elections?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at the things now, it's more about religion and ethnics. I mean, Igbos are saying, you can see that Biafra is going down these days. No more iPod, no more flag like that. They are behind their man. I think free and fair, as of today, I think Peter Obi will win. Well, free and fair, because you yourself look at the situation on ground. We have Muslim tickets from APC. We have a Muslim-Christian ticket from PDP. And we have a Christian-Muslim Labour Party. If you look at the way the Christians are going right now, you can see that they are ready to make, they are ready to talk. They are not joking with it this time. So looking at that, you see that Christian Muslim in Nigeria, I think we are 50-50, if I'm not mistaken, 52-48. So if Peter Obi is getting 70% of Christian votes, I think, well, who's going to meet up? That means Atiku, Tinubu, and Papa, so we have to fight for the Muslim votes. You know, so I think Peter Obi is going to win them, but Peter Obi cannot win without money. Don't forget, you need people to gather your votes for you. You need party agents, you need canvassers, you need camera guys that can be around the polling units, you understand, to support them. So Peter Obi is going to need about 300,000 people if he's going to even win this election at all. And these 300,000 people, Peter Obi will have to pay each person like 10K on election day, because election day is from morning till night. It's not just 1 hour or 30 minutes, it's morning till night. So he will have to pay them at least 10,000. So I believe he will still spend money. But looking at what is on ground now, I think it's looking like Peter Obi is our next president. And you can see the way people are coming out to get their voters card. People are happy to get their voters card. They really want to change things. You can see the poverty in the land today. Pounds is 840. And you can see ASU on strike. The weight on our dollar now is not just diesel. It's not just ketchup or whatever. The weight on our dollar now, there is another weight, education weight. People applying to universities abroad, paying in dollars. You know, all those are the weight on dollars, which we pushed the dollar to 1,000 before December, looking at the way things are going, you know. So I think Peter Obi is our next president. For me, looking at it, you know,
so
that's what I think.
I like the breakdown that you're talking about having to, because we talked about that summation that you made, and it made a lot of sense about using money, you know, to ensure that at least you're able to pay ground staff to monitor what it is that you are doing in the elections. But you see, the truth is, I want you to come back, walk us back again to this free and fair election. Have we ever had a free and fair election in Nigeria? And do you see that happening now? And if at all it's going to happen, what will it take for the young people that are coming round be shouting obedient and obedient and obedient? What will it take for us to do as young people to be able to have that or demand that free and fair elections?
Okay, because of poverty going on now, you know, there's poverty everywhere. So we have new challenge now, which is vote buying. So if they are buying your vote, can we call that free and fair?
No.
You are hungry. You haven't seen 10,000 in like 3 years in your account. Bam, alert. And someone is sending you 10K, like Ekiti election, Edibo, Esebe. That means you vote and go and put still. You know? So looking at that, vote buying is, I can't say it's free or it's fair. But if you look at the numbers of people that are willing to vote Obi, that are determined to vote Obi, the number will be more than the votes they will buy. The power of the people, the power of the people is more than the power of the people in government. People are determined to change things. And if you look at what we have Atiku, Fulani man coming again after 8 years of one Fulani, which people are not happy with. We have Tinubu, Muslim tickets. The Christians are not happy. And if you look at the zone, we have 6 zones in Nigeria. We have the South-South, we have the Southwest, we have the Southeast, we have the North, Central, Northwest, and Northeast. If you look at it, South-South, Igbo man, last election, 2019, Peter Obi gave them about 90%, gave PDP 90% of Anambra votes. The votes in the East, about 85%. So if you look at all that, Igbo will not leave their man this time. This is their own Biafra. This is their own, let us come and contribute our own too. Let us have our say. So if you see Peter Obi taking Southeast, South-South, and look at the North Central, they've been killing them in Benue all this while. Who's going to vote for APC in Benue? Who's going to vote for Atiku in Benue, another Fulani? If you look at Jos, look at the way they've been killing them. Who's going to go and vote Atiku in Jos, another Fulani again, after what they've been through in the last 7 years? If you look at Nasarawa, it's the same thing. FCT, if you look at all, to me, I think right now we have to be leading 68%. But it will still need to protect the votes. You still need people to come out and say, no, our vote must count. So that is it. And you can't say, oh, come out and do it for free. You can see the poverty in the land. So by the time you say do it for free, some people will just buy them. But if you give them 10K, oh yeah, sit with this. Let us compensate.
But I think this argument is flawed, though. Your argument is flawed, because if you are saying that, what if he gives them 10K and somebody gives them 100K? Do you understand? The argument is flawed in terms of money, because go ahead.
Let me explain something to you. Already, Obi is popular. Yeah. So what you need now is someone at the polling unit to say, vote your mind. To say, okay, you are buying votes here, chase them away. What happened in Osun? They are buying votes in Osun, but because we have a lot of camera people, we have a lot of boys around saying, no, go away with your money, do this, then you can chase them away. And don't forget, Igbos don't sell their votes. South don't sell their votes. Selling votes is more of Northern and Yoruba thing. You understand? So it's not, you cannot see any Igbo man that will want, some of them, but the percentage is very low. South, the percentage is low. It's only Yoruba, part of Yoruba that, we will sell our vote. And that's Tinubu's vote anyway. You understand? It's not Obi's vote. And you know that Igbos, they are everywhere. You understand? They are everywhere in Nigeria. So I see Obi is going to win like 62%. As it is today. As that this
I like it. That's happened already.
Okay.
I don't know what will happen tomorrow. So as at now,
I see you are very, very optimistic. But let me come to Norma.
So if I may ask, what is the insecurity? We already know the insecurity situation in the country. So what's the role of insecurity going to play as we move towards 2023 in another few months? What can you tell us about insecurity, and how far would we have? Or what are the projections?
Okay, looking at what happened last week in Abuja, what the Boko Haram leader said, they want Buhari, they want Rufai, And 2 days after, you see them already in Zuba or Zuma Rock. So you can see that they're trying to move in already. To me, one part of me is saying there will be election. Part of me is saying there won't be no election in Nigeria. Because with the way Boko Haram is trying to enter Abuja now, killing National Guard or Presidential Guard, don't you think they are... and if they enter Abuja, that means they have to declare state of emergency, isn't it? That means all the state governors, they have to change them and put administrator and all that. You see, I don't know. Looking at the security, nobody knows, but it's so bad that we don't know what can happen. But if we can manage to survive these 200 and something days, and they say, oh yeah, let's vote, they're going to lose. If we can manage to get to that February, but, 50-50, I still believe maybe they have their own game, because how can Boko Haram come that close? They are already close to the seat of power. They are already close to the villa. So that means there is a game plan. And you can see our president, he's not doing anything anymore. He's just looking, laughing. Your own country is bad, but you are in another country trying to give speech on security. You can see that there is a game plan, underneath that. Well, do you really think they want to hand over this power? But if they allow us to vote, they are going to lose.
All right.
Because Nigerians are ready to talk with their vote.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's take a very short break. When we come back from the break, I think, Manny, you had a follow-up question for him. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, thanks for staying with us. Now we are discussing the, the 2023 elections, and we're saying that we just have 208 days to the elections, and we're having a chat with Prince Issac Fayose. Please, let's hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-8663. You can also tweet at us at WaysShowAfrica1 with the hashtag WaysShow. All right, so Manny, you had a follow-up question.
So, what's his name?
Yes.
Isaac, yes. Okay, just following up on the question Norma asked. In the face of everything that is going on, we have the insecurity issues, the threats of Boko Haram moving in on Buhari. Then we also have this impeachment talk. Although we know that the requirement for impeachment will take at least 5 months. Then we have...
But then the tenure will be over.
Then, so what would you suggest? Because what you're saying is if we can just hold on. I don't think that's the solution. Holding on is not a solution. In your own opinion, what do you think? What are the measures you think the government can take right now to ensure that the election holds in 2023 and Nigeria remains united?
Okay, I want to ask you a question. For the past 7 years, they say, oh, something happened in Norway. They will say, okay, let us call Security Council. Something happened in the Lagos, so yeah, Security Council, we have a meeting. You can see that Buhari doesn't have any solution to what is going on. There is no solution. They've spent over $2 billion on equipment. All our equipment are going to Boko Haram. Do you remember this girl, Temilola or what? That naval girl, that was trying then. They found a way to kill the girl. If you look at even the army, our security, whatever, they're not ready to change anything. It's like they are enjoying what is going on, or they don't have a clue, or they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying if we can manage, I'm not sure how.
Okay.
We can manage till February, but for now, there is no solution. And they can't impeach Buhari. Buhari is not ready to go.
So Isaac, I have something because now you are far away in London. You understand? And this is the opinion that a lot of people have when it comes to people that are especially vocal about the politics that is going on in Nigeria, and they do not live in Nigeria.
Right here in
So it seems like, okay, it is easy for you to say because you are out there. Nobody's going to find...
I left Nigeria. I have over 197 stars in Nigeria. I left Nigeria like 32 days ago. I export African food, Mama Africa. So I export Nigeria food to UK. So this is summer. This is the time I can make my money. That's why I'll be back home next week.
Because we are looking forward to having you back. You know.
I live in Nigeria. I will live and die in Nigeria.
Awesome.
That's my country.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But you know our naira is weak now, so I need pounds to balance my map.
Please bring more pounds when you're coming. But I was gonna say to you that so the brazen effrontery that Boko Haram has comes from the fact that they believe that they own Nigeria because they have at the helms of affair a man that is from the northern descent. So it seems like Boko Haram grew balls when Buhari became president. It's almost like we own this country. And that's what gave them that, that what's it called, that effrontery to continue to do and cause the mayhem that they are causing. So there are some quotas that have argued that, what if, let's say by some stroke of miracle, Peter Obi becomes president tomorrow? What gives that Biafra and all the agitators of Biafra would not wake up to become an IPOB, would not wake up to become what we are dealing with now as Boko Haram tomorrow? Because again, we can't ignore that they've had loads of agitations for a long time. When Jonathan was in power, we had the militants, the Niger Delta militants, right? So Buhari is in power, we're having Boko Haram. If we have a Peter Obi tomorrow, are we not also waking up to the reality of maybe an IPOB or the Biafra and all of that, waking up to now taking ownership to say, okay, it is now their turn, In one local, how did they say that?
Emin local.
Go ahead. I want to explain something to you. Yeah? Atiku, Tinubu, Obi, if you say who can change Nigeria today, I'll tell you it's Tinubu. And I'll tell you why. But I'm going to vote Obi. And I'll tell you why I'm going to vote Obi. And I'll tell you why I won't vote Atiku. Now, Obi is going to unify the country coming from Southeast Nigeria. Obi is intelligent. He looks presidential looking at him. You understand what I mean? But to control this northerner, you need a strong man. You need to even change Nigeria. You need someone that is very strong politically to say, oh, northerners, no, we cannot continue like this. We are going to do it this way. You understand? To change Nigeria today, we need a very strong person, very strong man. And it's Tinubu that has that kind of clique that can say, yeah, you stay here, you stay here, you stay here. But Tinubu's ticket will not unify Nigeria, and his health too is not helping. Now, Obi is there. Obi knows, on paper, he knows what to do, but when he gets there, it will not depend on the people around him to help him to achieve that aim. So, to me, I believe the way it's going is Obi that is going to win, free and fair. If they don't do abracadabra, it's Obi that is going to win, because people have made up their mind, and it's Obi they want, and Obi ticket will unify Nigeria. That's why I am voting for him. And Nigeria is a mono economy. It's just oil, oil, oil. UK, they pay tax. You pay tenement rates. You pay vehicle road tax. Nigeria, we don't pay nothing, but we want something. We cannot say education, we are waiting on oil. Hospital, health, we are waiting on oil. Security, we are waiting for oil money. Oil money cannot do everything now. So we need someone that can come, put all of us in line. If you don't pay your tenement rate, they'll come and seize your house. You will see that next day everybody will quickly go and pay their tenement rate. We have 103 million cars in Nigeria. If these 103 million cars are paying Nigeria 25K every year, times that, that can solve education alone. Imagine how many houses we have in Nigeria. If we are paying our tenement rate, my hotel in Abuja last year, they said I made 96 million. I normally pay VAT every month, but my 96 million, no tax person come, say, oh, yeah, come and pay your tax. It's me that will now work there because I don't want them to chance me or to say, oh, you didn't pay tax. That was why I went there to go and pay. There's nobody asking me to pay tax. You understand? But in UK, Queensland, I've been there since July to come and sort my account because if I don't pay Queen's money, they will send me to jail. So we need someone that can put that kind of fear in us in Nigeria so we can, restructure everything. And Biafra, I don't see Biafra coming because all of them are saying they're going to go regional. So the moment we go regional, that means your region, you can hold on to your own income and develop your region. State police too is coming with all their package coming. I see us moving to a better Nigeria. You understand? So it's just, we need someone to come in, someone that is strong. Obi knows what he's doing, but I don't think Obi is that strong. Or even if he's strong, the Northerners will not allow him to make that change.
Okay, so I'll come to Norma because I have another follow-up question. Go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to ask, so now you're talking, Obi, you're going to support Obi in your electoral vote. And I know a majority of young people are also canvassing for P2B for candidacy. But my question is, what are the mistakes that the electorate should pay attention to moving towards 2023? We have had elections for several years. We had, when Obasanjo came in and now Buhari, and now we're having yet another opportunity to vote. Doing things differently, what would you suggest that electorate pay attention to as they make their vote count?
First of all, we need to listen to what they want to do. We need to listen to, okay, Peter Obi, what are you going to do about security? We don't want to say because we are all obedient, we don't want to hear anything. Remember 2015. It's the same way everybody is shouting obedient now. That was the same way everybody, they were shouting February at the time. You remember?
Yes, so
my brother, Dr. Ayodele Peter Fayose, put that back that this is between death and life. Look this side, this man will not do anything, no. But they didn't want to listen. It's the same thing that is going on now. Obi is everywhere. So Obi is everywhere. Is now to say, okay, since Obi is everywhere, one good thing about Obi is going to unify the country. So people, we have to watch out, we have to hold them responsible. Okay, how are you going to solve security? Okay, how are you going to generate funds? We can't rely on crude oil for the rest of our life. And we have about 200 million people. We have about 50 million able Nigerians. Imagine if just 20 million out of these 50 million able Nigerians are paying tax. We will be okay today. Our problem is tax. Our problem is we are not paying enough and people are expecting so much. You understand? So we need someone that will come up with a good package. I believe Obi will do a good job.
But you see,
but I don't know if he's strong, politically strong enough.
So is it,
hold on.
Isaac, is it just all about political strength or the fact that we have a big elephant in the room that we all are not paying attention to? Because you see this Messiah syndrome that we all have as young people, thinking that it is one person that will solve our problem, is what got us into this mess in the first place. Now we know how bad it is our civil service is in this country. So do you think that Peter Obi has the guts or the whatever to be able to clean up that system? Because we know that everything rises and falls in civil servants are barracks. The soldiers will come and the soldiers will go. The barrack remains. They are the main people that are causing some of the big issues and big bottlenecks we have in issues around governance in the country. So if we keep having this problem, what about the civil service? How do we even deal with that problem?
That's the same thing we are saying.
You're not
that
saying
we need someone to come in and say enough is enough. Now, enough is enough. We start from him. Say, okay, with the way Peter Obi is saying, I'm simple. I don't want your money. I just want to repair Nigeria. We need Peter Obi now to come up with a team, rugged team, that can now say, okay, you head this department, you head this, you head that. And you see Nigeria, we don't like Wala. By the time they arrest 1 to 20 people, some people will quickly enter and say, hey, me, I don't want Wala. You know? So I don't know if Obi can do this, but with what he's saying, I want to believe he will assemble good people, strong people to help him to fix the country.
okay.
Because the problem is not just the government, the problem is us. We are wicked. As I'm in UK now, they are stealing my money in my hotels. They will sell my room, hide the money. They are stealing my diesel as we speak. But even me too, I'm bad. I'm paying manager 150,000. I'm telling my manager to manage a business that is 3-4 million. So that means manager too will look like Oga's DP is looking nice in London. Let me quickly sell 1 or 2 rooms. There's a major problem. I'm paying my security 40,000. And security in the UK is that 40,000 is per hour. But my security in Nigeria is per month. And I'm still expecting that my security in Nigeria to catch thief that the one in London can catch. There is a major problem. We all have a major problem. So we just have to change. We need someone to come in to say, okay, I'm going to change this, and that change begins from me. I'm going to start from me. You understand? And
Absolutely.
all of us can be okay.
Sorry. Okay, let's take some messages. Someone says, good evening, sir. Uncle Isaac, who is your favorite candidate? I think he has mentioned it several times now. If you have been listening, he says it's Obi. So it says, good evening, my dear beautiful sisters of What Are You Saying? #waste. 208 days to the 2023 elections. I thank God for this topic. Your guest made mention of something that made sense. He said that he is so confident that Peter Obi is going to be our next president. And I say a very big, large, thunderous, and resounding amen to that now. Okay, we are all obedient. He said that the present government has no clue concerning governance and that they don't care about anything again. And for me, they have no business being in office. If only Nigerians can join hands and heads together to vote in Peter Obi and all the churches, then he can get a lion's share of the votes come 2023. They can get the change that they clamored for. This present government did not give them a change that they want, so they must go. My name is Daniel Ilo, your Ways regular fan. Quickly, ladies, and I'll come back to our guest.
Good evening, my sister. The issue is not that our president and the security are overwhelmed, but from all indications, there is an agenda to hand over to these jihadists, just as the late Malafia has alerted before his death. Malafia, yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
All right, I have this one from Bobby. And he says 208 to go before the next general elections. It's quite unfortunate that we found ourselves in such a dicey and dangerous situation under a retired general in Buhari. Insecurity, killings, kidnappings, high inflation, to name a few. The only way out for us is to use our PVC and vote who has the capacity and will to get us out of this mess that Buhari has put us into. I pity the next president because he has a whole lot of work to do. Let's hope the elections take place, Sha. Remain blessed, great ladies. At Ways. It's Bobby Kelly from Jalingo, Taraba State.
Okay.
Uti,
I think Uti, you have one more.
Euphoria from the teeming youths rooting for a particular candidate is their right and a welcome development. But my fear is that apart from insecurity palaver, we have had instance where Morrissey's Iwo was stopped at gunpoint from announcing result because he did not favor the cabal. We also had instances of inconclusive elections. Ask your guests, since we don't have strong institutions in Nigeria, what is the guarantee that we are going to coast home?
Absolutely. So, Fayose, that's up to you, Isaac. What's the guarantee? Because, I mean, if everything there happens and Peter Obi truly then wins the election and somebody points a gun at the INEC chairman's head not to announce that, what then happens?
That is another angle to it. But don't forget, we just had electoral
Reforms, yes, yeah.
And that means they post, like Oshun, what they did is after your results, they post right there to the central server. You know, 2019, if you notice that we voted on Saturday, they didn't announce results till Wednesday, Thursday. But you see this time around, as they are counting in Afao Ekiti, is going straight. Everybody can see it. That it's going up here, it's going low here, it's going up here. So I don't see them. I don't think they don't want Wala, because the way things are going now, you can see Buhari saying he can't wait to even leave the office. You understand? So they don't want Wala. They want, what they want now is for Nigeria for someone to just come in and fix this mess. So I don't see them saying they won't hand over. But my only fear is this security threat before election.
Yeah.
What if they enter Abuja? What if they declare state of emergency? Sure. What if there is no election next year? That is the only fear. But if they say election, the youths are ready to vote. Oh. They are ready to vote, and they are ready to vote. The Christians are ready to vote. The Igbos are ready to vote. And you know the Igbos, they are everywhere. They are everywhere in Nigeria. So even look at Lagos. Lagos PDP, they've been getting like 6-5 honorable member, House of Reps member. And they are all Igbos. And they've been getting that for a long time. All those votes are going to Obi. So you understand what I mean? So it's between Obi and Tinubu, but I see Obi winning. If there is no anti-panky, if there is no game, Obi is winning.
Okay, I like your optimism. You know, it's just so sad that we ran out of time, because I wanted to say that even there's a lot of disenfranchisation happening. You know, that's the word, right? Around the core areas where the Igbos are resident. Now, I was going to say that this religious bigotry that people are accusing Peter Obi to have, because outside of even just being Christians, it's alleged that he favored Catholics. You understand? Catholic Christians more in his regime. So all of those things, we have to kill it. We can't keep saying Christians will vote for him, you know, because if we do not kill that mindset of him being, or that narrative being a religious bigot, it's also going to be a problem, you know, for anybody to want to vote him.
But do you want his opponent to keep quiet and not say anything? You see Tinubu in a mosque. You see Atiku 2 days ago on Arise said he doesn't want them to add Alaji to his name again. Just call me Atiku Abubakar. What game is he playing there? Is it, you know, people will always complain. Pentecostal will complain, even Christian in Yoruba land. I'm Pentecostal. If I decide to go and marry Celestia, my mom will call me. All those elections from this white garment. Is that where you are going? You understand? But at the end of the day, we are Nigerian. And we are Christians. It doesn't matter if it's Catholic or Anglican or Celestia or Kerubu. His name is Peter. Peter, as in Peter in the Bible. So he's still a Christian, and they are still going to vote for that Peter.
Thank you so much.
And don't forget, we are just about to round up 8 years of Muslim northern president. I don't know why Atiku will think he can just come in election when we are just coming from Fulani. Are we going to be going from Fulani to Fulani? Is that what they think is?
Thank you so much.
You know.
But
So I don't
Isaac,
think anybody will vote for that one.
absolutely.
So,
But thank you so much. We've run out of time. So we're hoping that when you're back in Lagos,
You
I mean
come
Nigeria,
in the
we
studio.
will host you live in studio. Thank you so much.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you
God
so
bless
much.
you.
Thank you.
And thank you for having me. I should be home in 2 weeks.
Thank you. We'll see you soon. All right, so before we go, thank
God
you so
bless
much,
you.
ladies. Do ensure you follow us on Instagram at PlusTvAfrica. You can interact with us further, drop a comment, and more importantly, follow all our engagements on social media, like, share, invite your families and friends to watch and follow the conversation. Now, if you missed today's quote, here it is again. I am most concerned about the wealthy owning democracy. It feels as if very real efforts to disable our democracy are underway between the way our rights as voters are being attacked, the way elections themselves are being gerrymandered. I really think that if we don't show up in this moment, we will have missed an opportunity, our last opportunity to really check this administration. So we'll see you guys. I think this quote was apt for what we're talking about today. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. It's our ladies' night out. Do not miss it. See you.